You know, the solar system is a very interesting place. And the fact is that we don't know everything about it. Even in 2017, and we have a lot of technology available at our hands. We've got satellites going out and exploring these planets as far as Pluto. And sometimes we can even explore those planets from here using specialized equipment. And something interesting that we've discovered is that there's a little planetoid. Well, it's not even a planet anymore. It hasn't even made one full rotation around the solar system before it was deemed to be a planet, and then now it's not deemed not to be a planet. Thank you, Neil deGrasse Tyson. And that's Pluto, of course. Pluto is still coming up with all kinds of weird mysteries for us to solve. And one of the weird things is that it's been discovered that it's got X-rays emitting from it. Now, this is not actually that unusual. There are several other planets that actually create, however you want to say it, X-rays that come out of them. Mars is one of them, and Venus. There's a reason why those planets do this is because the fact is they are the type of atmosphere that they have. Pluto, on the other hand, has a very strange atmosphere. It's completely different from these other ones. Now, the ones that usually have some kind of X-rays emitting from them have neutral gases like argon and nitrogen in them. Now, Pluto, on the other hand, does not have this. It's mostly methane and carbon dioxide and some nitrogen gas. So they don't understand why this particular combination is emitting X-rays. Atheist Ranger, your thoughts?
I'm not much into science, but I think this is rather interesting because I was just finding it rather interesting that stuff science can pick up, you know?
Matt, your thoughts?
I think the reason why they're doing this because it's emitting X-ray emissions.
That's what I said. Yes, it's emitting X-ray.
It's the gases from the atmosphere. That's what's causing it.
They don't know that for sure. The reason why they've never seen this combination of gases that are able to emit an X-ray. These other planets are more common to emit X-rays based on the chemical makeup of what's in the atmosphere. Pluto is completely different.
It could be a different atmosphere.
Yeah, it is a different atmosphere. Now, all right, I'm going to go into this a little bit more. All right, I was right. Here it is. It says such emissions have been detected from planets like Venus and Mars due to their presence of argon and or nitrogen in the atmospheres, but also with smaller bodies like comets, which also require halos due to outgassing. Now, since the NH probe conducted its flyby of Pluto back in 2015, astronomers have been aware that Pluto has an atmosphere which changes size and density with the seasons. Basically, the planet reaches perihelion during its 248-year orbital period. From the sun, the atmosphere thickens due to sublimation of frozen nitrogen and methane on the surface. Now, while studying Pluto, the probe detected the atmosphere was primarily composed of nitrogen gas, along with methane and carbon dioxide, which I mentioned earlier. Astronomers decided to look for signs of X-ray emissions coming from Pluto's atmosphere using the Chandra's X-ray Observatory. Prior to the flyby, most of the Pluto's atmosphere expected to be quite extended. However, the probe found that the atmosphere was less extended at the rate of loss was hundreds of times lower than what these models predicted. The team therefore indicated that the study was expected to find X-ray emissions that were consistent with the NH flyby observed. Basically, they were not expecting a whole lot based on the chemistry of the planet or the planetoid, whatever you want. But the fact is, it's emitting a lot more than we expected.
Right. Well, it's kind of like, sometimes you see the ring around the moon. Have you ever seen that before?
You mean when you're looking at it through the atmosphere?
Well, right. No, you'll see. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes you'll see this huge, like it's a halo, but it's not right around the moon. It's like space far away from the moon, and the moon's like right in the middle, but it's a big giant halo.
Yeah, that's called crystallization in the atmosphere. That happens usually.
That's crystallization. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's what causes that. That's not on the moon. The moon's not doing that itself. That's crystallization in the atmosphere. This is a very common occurrence in the wintertime. If you're looking at the moon and you got a halo effect going on around it, that means that you got colder weather moving in, and or possibly snow.
Right.
Because there's more moisture in the atmosphere at that point.
Okay.
I thought everybody knew that. It was pretty common.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I didn't know it was ice crystals. I thought it was gases.
No. That's from our own atmosphere that's causing that. That's nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing around the floating around the moon to cause that.
Right.
The moon has no atmosphere whatsoever. It's not strong enough to hold an atmosphere. It's really interesting. The fact is that Pluto is emitting stronger X-rays for whatever reason, but why? I don't know yet. When we find out, there'd be really kind of cool to find out.
Maybe when that happens, we can get free X-rays.
Well, actually, that's actually not a bad point. If we can figure out why these combination of gases are causing X-rays, maybe we could find a way to make getting X-rays cheaper here. I don't know. Maybe we could say, let's just mix these more common gases to get X-rays, I guess.